wonderful day with my neighbors. With hollow points, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to the neighborhood. We're going to talk about hollow points. It's a wonderful day for some hollow points. A wonderful day for some hollow points. Could you be mine? All right, here we are, live, coming at you from my place. Let me show you, boys and girls, what came in the mail from Mr. Postman. I got an official box. It's got my name. And what do you think was in there? The ultimate carbon fiber upgrade. This is new from Air Force. This is the new and improved, never to be duplicated, carbon fiber bottle for the Texan 45. And what we're going to do is we're going to investigate this, and we're going to go through the bells and whistles, because this is DOT approved, guaranteed. All right, boys and girls, what we got here is the carbon fiber bottle for the Texan 45. This upgrade bottle will fit on any of the Texan 45s, whether you got the old-fashioned long barrel, the newer SS, the super new LSS, shorty carbine, doesn't make a difference. It's the 457 setup, fits on in there. What's different about this bottle is rated for What's different about this bottle is rated for 3625 PSI. Okay? DOT approved, so you're not voiding any warranties by jacking the pressure. This bottle is fantastic. It's still almost the same size as the previous bottle. It's 29 cubic inch. I know that because it says right there on the printing. I think it's actually just a little fraction shorter than the steel bottle. But it still shoulders nice, it fits good. If you're looking at the rubber pad that I got on here, this is a little raincoat that my friend Doug from Maui sent me. And these come off of Amazon. I guess I'll put this in the link down below if somebody needs to know about it. They're like $10. It's not super fancy, but it fits right on. So, with that shameless plug being said, let's get back to the carbon fiber bottle. Let me put my glasses on. There, boys and girls. Alright, this has a 4,000 PSI gauge, so you can see where you're at. As you will see in the videos, I always use the big gauge on my setup because I can't really see that. And I'm trying to be up on the 3600, 3625 is, you know, just a little bit past the line. So that's what we're looking at. What we're going to do today is we are going to install this on the 457 SS. Alright, that'll be our first demo, our first setup, our first install. So let's go along and take a look at that. Okay, hopefully this is going to be somewhat self-explanatory. Alright, so here's the basic SS, and I got to try to figure out how to keep my big old monkey hands out of the way of the camera so you can see what I'm doing. So, as you can see, you got your little Loctite screw right there. So that is loose. So you can see the spin collar is spinning on the baby. So I don't like playing with that wrench. I'm just a problem child. So I stick the bottle in and just kind of hold that groove with my finger. You know, and just do it like this. I mean, that's me. Everybody's got their own method. You can use a wrench. I just personally have problems with the wrench, you know, putting it in the slot, getting it even on there. So I'm just, you know, holding that lock ring and turning it as we go, and eventually it's going to snug up, and a little bit of practice you can get it to where it snugs just even. Okay, Right, a little too. There we go. That's nice and tight. And then I'll just go ahead and tighten down the old set screw. One carbon fiber bottle installed. Yes, sirree, Bob. That's looking sweet. And then to take it off, it would be the same thing. You would just reverse it. While that set screw is still tight, just give it a turn. Now it's loosened up. Now, loosen the set screw and do the same thing. You know, turn it, and you're just reversing it and taking the bottle off. Okay, hopefully that's not looking too monkeyed up there. So, said with that on there. I know this is going to be shadowy looking. I'm sorry, I'm not Joey's videos. You know, I haven't learned how to be a video voyeur yet. So anyways, that is the bottle, the old carbon fiber bottle. I don't know if it'll just stay like that. Better look. Yes, such poor lighting over here in the work area. Oh, there's my compressor. People, how do you fill your bottles? Big old paintball Bauer Jr. 5,000 PSI. Monkey Man. So this is the SS with the carbon fiber. Let's see what type of trouble we can cause. Alright guys and girls out there in Hollow Point land, let's talk numbers. Alright, with the carbon fiber bottle, your adjustment wheel is going to be different than with your aluminum bottle, or as we say, aluminum. Alright, so with the way this, because you're doing 3625, it's a lot more pressure. We need to really max out that hammer spring that's behind the spring adjuster. So if you look at the photo I'm about to insert, you'll see that on the heavier bullets, like the 350s and above, I'm right on that last line, maybe just a fraction over towards the bottle. On the lighter slugs, under that, that thing is maxed all the way, it's bottomed out. You can't spin that adjuster any further because of the way the back pressure works on the Texan. To keep the valve open longer, to get the slug going, it needs more back pressure, if I'm understanding what I was reading correctly. So with that being said, you need to max that thing out for the lighter slugs. This bottle works great, but if you're going to be shooting 200 grain, 210, you know, pretty much anything, you know, 250 and under, you may wind up having to drop your fill pressure because you can be getting a little bit of valve lock at 3600. Okay, so you need a chronograph. It's really going to help you out. Everybody's gun is a fraction different, and I always say my 3625 on my gauge is going to read slightly different from your 3625. All right, again on the gauges, I can't tell you enough times, your gauge is going to read slightly different from my gauge. You need to chronograph it. I mean, here's two tanks with two different gauges, and they both read slightly different. You know, 3600, 3625 on each gauge is slightly different. And that's where the chronograph comes in, because you know where your numbers are. That's going to tell you where your gauge should be reading. So with a chronograph, you're really going to see where you're at. Spin that adjuster if you're shooting lightweight slugs, max it, bottom it out, throw a bullet in, shoot it over the chronograph and see where your numbers are. Okay? They should be high. If they're low, if the bullet's doing 400, 500 feet a second, don't fill it, shoot another shot. Look where it is on your gauge, shoot another shot. Okay, you're going to hit that peak pressure on your gauge, it's going to show, and that's where it's going to start to zing with the lighter bullets. If you start shooting the bigger stuff, 350 and above, then you can leave the thing, back it up just a bit to that line. At least that's what I'm doing, and with my chronograph I found out where it's at. That dial literally is so sensitive that a half a turn up or a half a turn down can literally equal 20 to 30 feet a second. I'm not making that up. I got 300 bullets through this proving it. Okay? So look at the picture. That's a good baseline for you to work with, but you really need to get a chrony to get this dialed in right where you want. If you're shooting big slugs, it's not going to make a difference. But if you're going with the lighter stuff, you're going to have to max it out, and you may want to change your fill pressure just a fraction. Everybody's going to be a little different on how their setup looks, but this is the general rule of thumb that I'm working with. And what do I know? Don't ask my wife, please. So let's look at some figures. I'll have better charts in the video, as you see. But with the line, the adjuster line right on that last, I tested the 333, the 350, 385, 415, and the 520s. Now these are big slugs out of a shorter carbine setup. I still like, in the SS, I personally like the 280, 300-ish. Even the 333 would kind of be my top heavy go-to bullet. But again, with the 333, you're going to have that adjuster on the line. You're going to be pushing the 280. Max it out, baby. Max it out. So you see by the numbers in the chart that looks nice, we're in the almost 900s, mid 850s with the 333, the 350, the 385. I mean, that's some heavy weight out of a short gun. I'm even pushing the 415, and I'm only doing 4 shots on that instead of 5. But 842, that's nothing to sneeze at. And I even threw some 520s down there, them big old honking wiener bullets. Uh, 782, 739, not bad for 520 grains out of a stubby. If you want to shoot the lighter stuff, like I said, look at the chart, look at your dial, play with the chronograph. Getting great numbers out of this. You're not voiding your warranty. If you've got the fill capacity, push it, and you're going to have a lot of fun with this. All right, fellas. Now, one of the things that I messed up on as I was playing with this, trying to figure out the adjuster. As you see how there's a little bit of play here, I mean, it's just moving a bit. Okay, when you look at your adjuster, I don't know if we can, let's see if we can zoom in with this. Well, you can see how this is moving a bit. When you set your adjuster, keep your handle all the way forwards. Hopefully you can have it in a lead sled or something to hold it, and then this way, when you're figuring you're moving your thing, when you're moving your adjuster, you've got a solid point to work with. Okay, because if it's like this a little bit and you think you're there and it's really here, that little bit's gonna, so always keep it forwards, and so that way you know where you're gonna be. Like I said, you'll see in the bigger picture, but that little bit can throw you off when you're fine-tuning. This mostly is the video that I'm talking about, this new bottle. And that's what I wanted to share with everybody. There'll be more videos down the pipeline. Air Force is doing more and more unique things. These guys just don't ever sleep in R&D. I'll tell you that much right now. They just don't sleep. You know, I go through a lot of air in my tanks. I mean, when I'm testing like this gun by itself, full Saturday, Sunday, I'll go through 6 tanks of air. All right. These guys, you know, and that's on a weekend. These guys do like 6 to 10 tanks of air daily. That is a lot of testing, a lot of number crunching, a lot of everything that goes on with pieces and parts and making these function and being safe. Like I said, this is guaranteed with the warranty. You're not going to be blowing it. It's actually got slightly better numbers than when I was pushing the other bottle that was not warranted. Well, it's warranted for 3,000, but I blew it. But that's what makes this really unique. You can get those higher speeds figures and not drop your warranty whatsoever. It's really nice. I want to thank Air Force for the great work and not sitting down and sleeping, for continually pushing the envelope. And I'm loving every minute of it. If you have any questions, shoot me a holler me a shoot. You can reach me, you know, on the phone or an email. I just don't reply a whole lot to YouTube chatter. Okay, most of the time people say, oh, I want to buy one of those, or how much is this, or where can I get that? And it's, I don't know, spur of the moment. They're not really that interested. So if you're really interested, contact me direct on anything hollow point related, anything Air Force related. Contact Air Force. They're the people with the proper answers. And I don't ever want to think, well, Mr. Hollow Point said you can do this, or Mr. Hollow Point said you can do that. Let them tell you what they can and can't do. Okay? So I appreciate everything that's being done. I'm glad you guys watch, and I hope you find this interesting. Biggest thing is getting that power dial adjusted in, and it's going to be different on each type of Texan. Okay? Because the longer the barrel, the different the back pressure. It always is like that. You know, everything plays into the setup. So if you get any questions on anything about the setups, you can also directly contact me. But again, it's always best to deal with Air Force, because I'm just a guy in the basement wishing he was a millionaire. Thanks for watching, everybody. And again, to my friends in Hawaii, look forward to seeing you guys hopefully soon. And Texans rule. Did I mention, by the way, that when you mix carbon fiber and pure awesome, dude, it's better than the Fast and the Furious. Guys, on a serious note, if your wife leaves you, I can't really help you with that. But I guarantee a carbon fiber bottle will make you feel a whole lot better.